Hello and welcome back to another episode here on Judith Plains. Well, we're almost finished up this baling contract. We've just got a little bit left to do. I must say though, this machine is very good. Oh, we've got the bale coming out. I wasn't paying attention there. Apart from the bale coming out there, you've got to stop. But apart from that, it's a cracking little machine. It's like a zero-turn mower, this thing. It is fantastic. But I think if we are going to do bales, we do need... There we go, I was away to say that was very close there. Now there's not going to be much left in there, but how much bales have we done so far? 59 bales on this field. That doesn't seem like that much for the size of field it is. I thought there'd be more bales than that. But we're going to head back to, I don't know why I stopped it there. We're going to head back to the shop to drop this back off, complete this contract. The fertilising contract will be done pretty much by the time we're back at the shop. And we've got a harvesting contract on field 57 as well. By the looks of it today, we are going to be able to purchase our first field. Or, I'm probably going to say this in every episode until it either happens or we've got enough money to buy it brand new. But if the right tractor comes up in the sale, we will purchase it, hopefully. But no, my luck, it probably isn't going to happen. So we're focusing on the field for today. That contract's just got 4% left, so he should be finished pretty soon. Right, let's head back over at the store. By the time we're up there, he'll be finished. We'll collect the money for both contracts, and he's going to head back up with the tractor and spreader to the shop to meet us, grab the combine and the truck and trailer, and we're going to head down and get this next contract knocked out. There was a bit of rain this morning, but the temperature's been okay. There is a little bit of wind, so we should be okay for harvesting. But let's get into that just now, complete that contract and see what else there is to do for today. Well, here we are back at the shop. We've still got the low loader sitting here. We need to pick that up and take that back to the yard. But this is for the contract. There's a chicken frozen in time here. There's a cockerel that wanders about here as well sometimes. Oh, that's him completed the task now. Right, now he's done that, he'll be on his way up here. He's going to pick up the rest of these fertilizer bags, load them in, and then leave it in the corner here. And he's going to take, I think, that truck and trailer down to meet us at the field. So let's go and complete that 2 contracts. So the fertilizing one he's just done in field 35, $43,649. And this baling contract, a $200 lease cost for that Vermeer baler, gives us $46,298. I'll just quickly check the contracts. There was another baling one. That will be quicker, so I'm quite tempted to take that on and do it later on. But I'm just kind of holding out because the weather, it is meant to rain at 7 o'clock tonight, but only for a little bit, and then it's rain for the next few days, and then we're jumping pretty much straight into December, down to -6 at nights from lovely 20 odd degrees, 23, 25 degrees just now. Where are we? Contracts. So yeah, that baling might work because you can keep moving with that baler. You don't have to keep stopping. That's the big issue for us with that contract we just did with the baler. It took a lot longer than I thought. I did start it quite early this morning. But there's a few other contracts. There is cultivating contracts, but we may borrow equipment and do them. The only other harvesting ones we've got is, there's another big sorghum one here and canola. And this one with spinach, but I don't think it's worth doing. Well, there is a sowing contract. We don't have a seeder though, and we want to get big equipment, so we could potentially lease that later on. We'll see what we're like there. There is a big one for stone picking, but I think that size of machine is going to take quite a while to get around field 82, if I'm honest. So let's just focus. Where are we here? Let's focus on this sorghum contract just now. But we do have 278,000 in the bank. Let's just quickly check that field actually. It does have something in it just now. It's got cotton, and the other one has corn. This is the one we were looking at. It's only 103,000. This one's 349,000, but it's much bigger. So that is the one I'm very tempted to get. It's either that one or this one, but it's 418,000. So that is a massive outlay. I'm aiming for a field like this, but it's 1.6 million. Or something like field 35 that we've just done the fertilizing on. That would be fantastic, but yeah, we've got to start small just now for the fields and build up to that eventually. So let's go and get all of this out to the field. We'll get started on this contract. We'll get this ready, get the header on the trailer and set up ready for him taking. And I'll probably get the truck up here empty to pick up the low loader, although we don't really need it yet. So I might get him to actually take the... I'm just debating how this is going to work actually. We might take that bags, get them filled up here with the fertilizer, leave them here, take the truck and the Super B up. At least we can leave the Super B here because we don't need it down at the yard just now. We can always take the fertilizer back down with us on the low loader, and that way the low loader is back at the yard. We're just running the truck empty back up here. This is going to be quite awkward to do here as well. Everything's in the way. Right, I'm going to get sorted out here, get him ready to go with the combine. Whoa. What's going on there? It doesn't like that angle. Something's not right there. Right, yeah, we're going to get sorted out here. We'll see you in the field for a little montage for harvesting. Well, that's us pulling in with this last load of sorghum here from that contract. There is still 2,300 litres or so left in the combine, but it's not worth emptying this hopper to go back up for that to come back down. So this trailer load should complete the contract. I don't think it's going to leave us much left in the way of profit, but it is only about 2,000 litres, so I don't think it's going to be very valuable being sorghum as well. There is another fertilizing contract, but we've already loaded the trailer up, the low loader up at the shop. We've loaded that up with the tractor and fertilizer spreader. I forgot what it was there for a second. And it was filled up with more fertilizer, so it's now, I think it's pretty much full, about 400 litres off being full. So we spent $15,360. That's the contract finished. $15,360 and 8 bags of fertilizer, and then again we bought another 4 to top it off, $7,680. But there's $9,242 of extra income from this harvest, so that's not too bad. Extra nearly $10,000 on top of the contract value. What we can do is complete that cultivating contract that was in field 16. So a $600 lease cost for that gives us $12,602. We're not going to complete this harvesting contract yet, because that's going to make the trailer disappear just now. What we'll do is we'll head back up to the shop with this. In fact, we can complete this now, so $26,685. Right, now we don't have the trailer, we can fly back up to the shop again because we're empty. We're going to hook up to our low loader and take it back down to our yard, and just beside the yard, have a quick look on the mini map there. Oh, it's just above the yard. We'll go down beside it. Field 17 there on the bottom left. So we will head back down there with a low loader. That gets that back to our yard. So all the equipment's at our yard now. And it gets that bit of space freed up at the shop for them as well, because I don't think I can leave it there much longer. It's been there for a while already. Right, let's head back up there. We'll get this fertilizing contract underway and see if there's anything else to do. Well, that's that baling contract now complete, and we did 41 bales in total. But we're actually quite close to our yard here. It's actually just, well, you can't really see the shed from there, it's too far in the distance, but it is just there. So what we're going to do is leave this tractor and baler here, we're going to walk down to our yard, which is just along the road here. But first, let's complete that 2 contracts. So the fertilizing one on field 17, $12,251. And the baling one we just completed, $24,534. There was only a $400 lease cost, so that wasn't bad at all. So just a quick check to make sure there's nothing else. There's another cultivating one, it's quite decently priced. Still the same harvesting ones. That 2 sowing contracts, I'm debating whether or not to do one of them today. The stone picking one is still there. I think because cotton is ready tomorrow, and the field we're looking at buying, field 9, is cotton, and it looks like it's going to be ready tomorrow, I think it's maybe worthwhile just jumping to tomorrow, because it's $349,000 and we have $355,000 in the bank. Quick check of the sale. What we need still isn't there. So I think it's probably best to just jump into tomorrow, or at least fast forward time a little bit, see what else comes up. If nothing else does, we're going to jump into tomorrow. So let's see you first thing in the morning. Well, we're now into October and it's just after midday. We were just in here having a little talk with them to see if there is going to be a tractor coming up soon, and there is no word of it yet. There's a couple of new things in the sale though. We have that forklift already from last month. We have a new cultivator, but it's not big enough for us just now. And this as well, but we don't really have a need for a trailer like that as yet. So we're going to hold off on that, but we have done 3 cultivating contracts this morning on field 29, 30 and 85. All of them had a $600 lease cost. All of them in total, excluding the lease cost, or after the lease cost came off, is $97,814. So it's $40,680 for this one, $36,799 for this one, and finally field 85, $20,335. There is a couple of contracts we need to take on though. This one, fertilizing contract, we're going to accept that because we can do that with our own equipment. And there is a spraying contract. We are going to lease this because that is the big agri-fac that we were wanting to try out before but never got. So we will lease that one, and this one here, the cotton. This is the field we're looking to purchase, and we weren't wanting to do it yet because we didn't want the lease cost of the harvester. However, this is only going to cost us $600 to lease the harvester. We're going to do the field. We're going to get paid almost well, take off the $600 lease cost. We're going to get paid $16,275. And we can buy the field, but we also get the leftover cotton that comes out of the harvester. So we are going to lease this equipment. Let me just double check. It is just that, that's fine. Right, so we'll borrow the equipment for there. Now we can't take on any more because we have 3 active already. There was another harvesting one that's disappeared again. There's another sowing contract for today, but that's really it just now. So we will go and do that contract just now. Potentially go and do these 2 fertilizing contracts as well later on. But we have $450,994 in the bank, so we're definitely going to afford that field. The only issue we're battling with now is this cotton needs to be done very quickly. because the rain is due. I think it's 4 o'clock. Let's just have a quick check again. Yeah, 4 o'clock it's due, so we need to get cracking with this contract. So we're going to go down, get this started off in the field. We do have one of the other workers coming back up to pick up these two and come down to the field to meet us there. We're going to swap over and take the tractor. He'll jump into this harvester. So let's get going. We'll get this episode finished up once we've done this and we've made our final purchase for the series. And hopefully we can do it and get it done before the rain comes down, because that is the thing that's going to bite us. If the rain starts, we've lost the whole day in theory. So let's get going with this. We'll do a little montage and we'll see you in a bit for our new purchase. Well, we've come down here to check what's going on, and we've already used almost 500 litres of herbicide and nothing's happening on this field. I don't know what's going on. It definitely is the right field for the contract. We're on field 8 and spraying field 8. I've double checked everything. Spray it with herbicide, but it's not giving us any progress. But it was peas. It's withered now, but it does say weeds large, so I don't really know what's going on. Yeah, there's not really anything we can do with this contract. We're kind of just stuck now. I have been right round the whole first headland pass the other way round, anti-clockwise, but this way is making no difference either. Yeah, I don't know what's happening there, so we're going to have to quit the contract. But what I'll do is, because we're not far from our farm and I've already paid for the herbicide, I'm going to drop it off there first and then take this back up to the shop. Or no, in fact, maybe I won't. What I'll do is I'll take this back to the yard. The guy can pick it up from there. I'll unload the herbicide and take the fertilizer, the spreader from there, and we're going to go straight up and do field 9 to 8. Then we're going to have to quit this contract, but I don't know if there is a penalty for that or not. It's quite disappointing. I was really wanting to see this thing working. It is the smaller version. It's 36 meters, not the bigger. I think it's 52 meters you can get at the maximum size. So yeah, not convenient at all, and it is a bit of a loss of money. That one was worth 17,100. So a little bit of loss of money there. However, the cotton harvest is going quite well so far. We're kind of getting through that. We're already 23% complete already, but we do need to take the tractor down with the bale collector, because you can't just use any ordinary thing for that. It has to be a special tool. So we'll go and get that from the shop after, but just now we're going to go and do that fertilizing contract. But first, let's drop this off at the yard and get rid of the herbicide into our shed. Well, we're just coming down to the settle point now and the rain has just started. We did manage to get one more bale out of the combine, but it wasn't a full bale. It was only about 5,500 litres worth, and there's still about 1,300 litres left in the harvester as well. So let's see if this completes the contract. If it does, then that's fantastic. If it doesn't, then we've still got that extra 5 and a bit thousand litre bale in the field that we need to go and pick up, which is kind of a bit of a pain because we've got to go all the way there and back here again. But let's see how much we get if this does complete it. I think we're going to need that last bale. We are. Oh, it's so close. Right, let's go and get that bale then, come back here. We'll see you back here in just a minute, see how much we get over and above the contract amount. Well, here we go. This should complete the contract now. We'll just double check. Oh, it doesn't say it's moving. 5,500 litres in total. Oh wow, so that completed it, plus it got us an extra $13,537. That is brilliant. Right, we're not going to complete that one just yet. we need to go and see what other contracts are available. But we can complete the fertilising one. That worked no problem. Up in field 9 to 8, the workers actually abandoned the tractor in the corner of the field. But $15,220. That one's $16,275 because we've got a $600 lease cost, but that more than made up for the $13,000 we just got for it. There's a few big cultivating contracts came through as well, and quite a lot of harvesting contracts too. There's another cotton one which seems to pay quite well, so in fact, let's check the weather first. Yeah, we're going to be doing that well into the night. And then tomorrow and the start of November is rain as well, so if we are harvesting, about 9 o'clock to 10 o'clock-ish is our window when we can start the harvesting, which isn't great. That means we've lost quite a good bit of the day. There's a sorghum contract. I think the cotton one would work quite well. The spraying one, I'm not going to do that just in case it messes up. Right, let's get this back up to the shop and get this contract completed. Well, I think the best thing to do just now, while we wait for the rain to go off, is to make the purchase since we have enough money. We've got $474,000 in the bank. First, so that motor is off the field, let's complete this contract. So $16,275. And we will take on a few of these, but obviously we're waiting for the rain to disappear. Now, I was looking at this. We've harvested the cotton on field 9, but it doesn't need ploughed at all. So let's see what happens once we buy it. So $349,056. We are going to purchase that. And it still looks good. Full of weeds though, but we can take care of that, no problem. Right, now that we've purchased our first field, we have to wait until the rain disappears and see what kind of time it is once things kind of dry up if we are going to take on a harvesting contract. I would probably say no. There was a sorghum one there. 2 sorghum contracts. But I'm still very tempted for this cotton one. It is very good paying. It's only a $600 lease cost, which we can more than make up for, as we've seen, by selling the remainder of the cotton from the contract. That and potentially all 3 of the cultivating contracts as well. It's not going to take long with that one because that's one of the new case quad tracks and a massive cultivator as well. Oh, they both are. That one looks like quite a big bit of equipment as well. In fact, it may be bigger than that one. They are really not going to take long to do. Anyway, we have to wait for the rain to disappear, so and we need some sort of small tractor with a front loader. I don't think our white tractor, which is still abandoned in the field with a worker, I don't know if I can put a front loader on that one to start moving stuff about here because we're going to need something. Either that or invest in a Manitou if one comes up in the sale. I did see this one, I thought about this one, but then I seen it was electric and I think it's better sticking with diesel because we're going to have a diesel point here at some point soon. Somebody's spraying in this weather. There's a crop sprayer out and about. But yeah, let's wait for the rain to pass and see if we can get a couple more contracts done for this episode and then hopefully jump into next month for the start of the next one. So let's see what else we can get done for today once the rain disappears. Well, we took on one more harvest that was actually paying out quite a lot of money. So we're just finishing up. There is still 1 bale left in the field, but I don't know if this will complete the contract or not. I think it might because we're on 99% and we've got 3 bales here, so... Oh, I forgot about that opening up. I came into the wrong side. Right, let's unload this. Oh, contract's finished already. Oh, wow, we've still got 1 more left. Oh, wow. Right, let's go and get the other one and total up what we've taken in, and then we'll go and complete the contract. Well, here is the last bale coming in. We'll do it a bit of an angle this time so we don't create any damage to their equipment. That should be okay there. So that last 2 bales that we sold, or bits of bales that we sold, came to a total of $107,056. Plus this 10, so that's $117,000 with that contract, with the bales in excess of the contract, so that is phenomenal. Right, let's jump in here and complete the contract. So a $600 lease cost, but $72,148. So that's almost $200,000 for that contract. Right now it is a new day. We're in October. We're still in October, sorry, the second day in October. Let's check the sale. Still nothing. We were looking at cultivators earlier. Ideally one of these because they're quite big. I don't know which one's better though. That's 18.3 meters at 6 miles an hour, but this one's 14.3 meters at 9 miles an hour. But one's 630 horsepower and one's 400 horsepower. So we can't do it just now. Yeah. I shouldn't have completed the contract just yet. Anyway, let's run back down. We will leave the episode here. But we've done quite a bit. We've bought our bit of land and we've got $328,996 in the bank. So we're starting off the second day in October in a pretty good position. So hopefully we can see about either a cultivator. In fact, it's probably going to have to be a tractor first, then a cultivator. So we'll see you in the next episode for another big purchase. But I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you very much for watching and we'll see you again in the next one soon. Thanks for watching.